Too late now.
Yeah. You can go after the meeting or stop by anytime.
That is not the way to reach me, my mailbox.
I go sometimes weeks.
I always say I'll do it on the way or coming back from somewhere, and every time I think, as I pass 15th Street,
The article in the Post Record.
too late.
Kansas Business Council
Got to get to the next one.
about whether, how we might go about organizing.
Okay, we got all this figured out here?
No, it's
It
more
is
than that.
fairly
Because
straightforward.
I'll have to dig up the article. It's,
I
there's some
forgot to put my
overlap
little
with the
yellow
downtown,
tabs on it.
Yeah, I usually do.
But there's some businesses that aren't in the
I
downtown,
did review this a couple
and
of
the
times.
downtown is very
Shame on both
exclusive.
of
They
us.
won't let anybody who's not
I am
downtown.
wondering if we can't go back to sort of a modified consent agenda for like this administrative stuff.
You know, I
Good
would,
evening.
support that.
Welcome to the May 17th, 2010 Washougal City Council meeting. Would you please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Mr. Stevenson, could you call the roll?
Councilmember Coaston,
Present?
Councilmember Shoemaker,
Here,
Councilmember McDaniel,
Here.
Councilmember Delavar, Councilmember Greenlee,
Here.
Councilmember Morris.
Here.
Councilmember Russell.
Here. Councilman Delavar is on the road this evening and did ask to be excused.
So move.
Second?
Got a motion and a second to excuse Councilmember Delavar. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Are there any amendments to the agenda? Seeing none, any correspondence for this evening?
We did have a, well, no correspondence.
There was, if you could make sure, RJ, we had the emails from Mr. Briggs and from Councilmember Shoemaker that asked to have those made part of the record for this evening's meetings, if you could make sure that those are attached. Okay, we are at that point in the agenda for any comments from the public. Golly, I thought we were going to get through at least the first one without any.
Mayor Guard, City Council. Name is Harvey Olson, 3903 R Street. I've lived in Washougal for 10 years, and for 9.5 years, driving from my house, I would go down to Q Street, go to 32nd, and then down 32nd and drive by Schmidt and Sons construction company, trucking company, etc. Here, the latter part of last year, I noticed a tremendous slowdown in the numbers of vehicles parked there and the comings and goings of trucks. And from that point until March, occasionally I would see a truck in and out, and since then I have seen nothing. Most everybody here probably knows that they have closed their doors. At one point, I stopped there the other day, first time I've seen anybody in there with the door open, and I had a conversation with Kevin Schmidt, who is one of the sons, starting out his own trucking company on a small scale. And I asked him a few questions and introduced myself to start with, and told him where I lived, and that I was very sad to see the chain fencing off their property, and talked to him a little bit about the employees that they had working for them and the hardships on those families. And he informed me that one time in years past they had 125 employees. That was a pretty good sized trucking company for a small business. They are dismantling all of the buildings, getting rid of it, and the reason that he gave, I asked him if the city had anything to do with it. He said absolutely not, that it was the economy and it was a family decision based on whatever. They wanted to go in different directions, and the direction they decided to go on was to close up the business. What I'm leading up to is the contributions that that family has made to the economy of this area, I think should be recognized, and hopefully a letter or some thank you could be sent to Mrs. Schmidt, expressing thanks for their family's contribution to the economic development of this area. It could be, I think, something that you folks should consider and hopefully that you follow up on. And I thank you for the time.
Thank you, Mr. Olson. Anyone else that would like to make comment to the council? Okay, with that, we're going to move to approval of minutes. I've got the May 3rd, 2010 Washougal City Council minutes.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to accept the city council minutes of May 3rd, 2010.
Second?
I've got a motion and a second to approve the May 3rd minutes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I have the May 10th, 2010 workshop minutes.
Without objection, I ask the minutes be approved.
See no objection, so ordered. Moving to finance, the regular AP claims of $430,520.06. Mr. Stevenson, have the warrants been properly signed by the Finance Council?
Yes.
Thank you. And council's desire?
Without objection, I ask the AP claims be approved.
Second?
Hearing no objection, so ordered. For a mayor's report this evening, I do not have anything for you, so we're going to go right to council comments. Any council members? Molly?
I would just like the council to be aware of the fact that we, the Finance Committee met on Friday. We had a lengthy conversation with RJ about 5-year plans, about policy decisions that may be forthcoming, and so I think that the Finance Committee is probably going to be meeting together on a weekly basis to try to work on those policies and help the Finance Department implement those, and of course in conjunction with whomever may be chosen as the new Finance Director. And secondly, just far into the future, August, but just as a reminder, August 14th is Heritage Days. And this year is shaping up to be much different. I think it's going to be very interesting. It's kind of taking on a life of its own. So the Two Rivers Heritage Museum and the Historical Society will be doing their traditional craft sale and ice cream social. Also, I believe, at least it's in the works, to have the grand opening or the official opening of the pedestrian tunnel that weekend. And Fort Vancouver is going to come out. They're going to send some of their blacksmiths out to Washougal. They're going to set up the blacksmith shop and do smith